This is a classic shoot up into a 0-0 key. See that? It's classic. Just watch it unfold now. There's your 0-0 key. Okay? Went straight up into it. It moved 1 minute prior, and then moved up even higher into the 0-0 key, stretching out into a 0-0. Look how far it moved, from 1450 all the way to 1403, right into a 0-0 key, giving you the perfect opportunity to go short right there. Now we're just waiting for the 0-7 key, which most likely will go down and then come up a little bit into the 0-7 key. I don't really think that this thing has the power to go up even higher into a 0-7 key. I mean, during the market it could do that, but during so close to the close, an hour to go, 59 minutes to go, 58 minutes to go before it closes, or not closes, but just, you know, the session be over, it really doesn't have the power to go and do something like that now. It's just going to fizzle out and start coming down. And we're not going for a whole lot, you know, just going for 4 ticks there, dollar, and just should be out here shortly. Just going to come up into the 07 code, and we can take another entry. Like for instance, let's say it goes down, hits my exit, we get out, and then 07 comes and it comes up a little bit right here into 07 again, giving another short entry. We'll take the short entry into 07 and write it down even further. It's a piece of cake. Okay. 1402.50. Okay, I'm in. See, that's a 20 special right there. This needs to hold here and come back up, which it should do, unless this is the short entry off of it. Let's see, 19, 20. It is possible. If it did, I would just go short and reverse. If it broke below 1402.50. Otherwise, that's a 20 special. This is going to go higher now. See, you can see it's working off the 20s today. See, there's probably another one in there too that I just didn't write down. And then this one's going to be another one again. It's a chart play right here. Confirmation will be once it breaks above right there, which it just did. That's confirmation. Now it should be able to break right there and go hit my exit, no problem. And we'll wait for the next one. And the next one, I'm out right there. The next one will be for 50. At 1803, it went to 1831. So you just short it. Okay? You short it. I've automatically got a bracket order on this. Okay, it's a $2 stop and a $2 exit. Okay, so we're going to exit down here at $2, and we are at a key reversal right now at 3 minutes. So watch this. Let's go take a look. It made the high at 2 minutes after, and then made another high at 3 minutes after. When it made that move up right there, that was our clue that it was going to come down. That's the code, because we know it's running 3 minutes late. You see? It's very, very simple, and you just wait for it to make that move, and then you take the opposing move and go short. On this particular one, since it's a key reversal, this is good for $2. And you always use a $2 stop automatically. I see I had a bracket order in there. Automatic $2 bracket order. Now as this gets ahead, I'm going to place a stop. So my stop is going to be at 1832.2. 1830.2. So getting ready to adjust the stop. 1830.2. Okay? As it goes down, I'll adjust it. Now, if it were to go and break this high up here, see, we're coming up on 8 minutes after here. It's possible it could come up and maybe come triple top or even go a little tiny bit higher. Most likely it won't. It would just probably come back up a little bit into 8 minutes after, then come down. But remember, 8 minutes after is the key, so let's take a look at the clock. We're at 6 minutes after right now. At 8 minutes after, it'll give us another clue on what it's going to do. For instance, it's possible at 8 minutes after it could come and break up and go even higher and go hit our stop. That's possible. We would just short it again. It's also possible that it could come down into 8 minutes after, indicating that it's going to go higher again and go back up. At that point, we would want to be out. So let's say it didn't hit our exit, we would want to be out if it did do something like that. So you know, we're gonna watch for 8 minutes to come and see what it does. It'll give us a clue. If it goes up, that means it's going to go down. If it goes down, that means it's going to go up. You understand? Just like what it did at 3 minutes after. You know, it went up, so that means it's going to go down. That's the computer telling you it's going to go down. Okay, getting ready to adjust stop. Adjusting stop now. Okay, stop is in place. Now I can't lose on the trade. The trade is a break-even trade. See that? Break-even trade. We're going to let it go to the exit. Now bring up the clock again. It's not 8 minutes yet. Coming up on 8 minutes. 30 seconds to go. Coming close to the exit. Almost hit it there. Just going to let it go or break even. You'll break even a lot. Don't worry about it. You'll also hit your exit a lot. Don't worry about that either. Just let it hit when it hits and let it don't when it doesn't. And don't worry about it. A certain percentage of the time it's going to hit, a certain percentage of the time it's not. But I tell you $2 because why? Because most of the time it's going to hit $2. Now we have a problem here. Look at this. Watch this. It's going to go back up. Watch. Look at the code. At 7 minutes after, it came down right there. So that, remember the code was 7 minutes? 7 and 8 minutes? That's it. It just made an indicator that it's going to go back up again. So basically, I want to get out. But what it might do, what's the time? It's still 8 minutes. It still might come down one more time into 8 minutes. You see, we're still at 8 minutes right here, 30 seconds into it. It might come down one more time. Or it might just come up a little tiny bit into 8 minutes, indicating it's going to go back down. So let's just see what it does. We can't lose on the trades, break even. See that? At 8 minutes after, look what it just did. Look what it just did. It just went up into 8 minutes after. Look at the line. Up into 8 minutes after. That's indicating it's going to go down. So now if I wanted to, I could pull the exit because this thing's going to go much lower. Do you see that? Because the code just said it's going to go lower. Do you see that? I could have easily just pulled that exit right there and just rode this thing down, which is fine. We got it going. We bought as it went down into the right time. You see that? That's how you do it. You just have to time it though. Got to know what market you're in. You know, I know I'm still in the Asian. I'm going into the Euro, but I'm still into the Asian, and it's fairly slow still. It'll start to pick up from here though. And we're buying off of a 54 and 55 reversal and off of a secondary key reversal right into the 3 and 4 minute after move. 3 minute, 4 minute. It's going to move back up now. And it should move up a big ways too. It's probably going to come all the way back up to here. and double top up here. That's probably where our exit is. Right now I've got an exit set at 1837.50, which is right here. So, you know, real close. We can take a look at the time here. I'm going to pause the video for a minute because I'm coming up on an hour and I really don't want to go over that. I'm going to show you the outcome of this trade. You can see from the chart it just moved down into 15 minutes after, indicating it's going to go up. See it doing it right now? It's 11:15 going down into 15 minutes after. Means it's going to go back up. Okay, you see it moving up here a little bit. I'm going to adjust the stop to break even now. Okay, stop is at break even. Pausing the video again. You can see it moving up here. It's doing it right into the 20-minute mark. So just need to move up a little bit more into that 20 minutes. Otherwise, it's just not stretching out enough because it's not active enough. Still got time here. The clock is still at 20 minutes. Almost there. 12 seconds to go. Come on, 3 more tenths. 2 more tenths. 8 seconds. Come on. It just doesn't want to make it. Need to reverse here. Getting ready to reverse. May keep on going. Let's give it a chance. I don't think so. Give it a chance here. Reversing. Okay, I got out. Watch. But it wasn't just that. It was 32, 33, 36, 37, and then again at 38. But the 38 was the real key. This was the code right here. The code right here is telling us go long. Off of a key reversal. Bottomed out down here. This is a big bottom too. Look at that on the 10-minute. Now we should be able to get an easy $2 off of this. In fact, we should change the exit to something much better. But let's just go for a quick $2 and just keep building up the account. You know, keep building up the money. Make one trade after another, successful trade after another. Getting ready to adjust stop to 1828.5. 1828.5. Adjusting the stop to 1828.5. Now, can't lose on the trade. What's our time? Come on, clock. Well, we're in the 40-minute mark here. It might shoot up into 40 minutes here and get us out real quick. Come on, shoot up. We got 30 seconds left. Stretch out a little bit. Make a move. Come on. 15 seconds. If this thing doesn't make it to the exit, it's going to go back down because this is a 40 key. See, this is special. I'm trying to get it to the exit. Maybe help it out a little bit. Give it some coaching. Doesn't look like it wants to make it, does it? But it might just go past this 40 since it didn't really make much of a move into it. But it did make kind of a good move. You look at it right there. But it might go past it. So I'm not going to give up on this trade, in other words. I'm not going to get out. There we go. You'll see me do that over and over again. I don't get out. Why? 15 seconds to go. 0.6. 3. 0.8. I need it to come down now. 62.5. Buying now. Well, it got me in at a bad price, but it should be okay. That was a big move down. Look at the chart. Look at the line. Right down into 18. 17 and then 18. It's perfect. Nice temp reversal. What we want to do now is get the stop out in front. Adjusting the stop. Well, need it to go back up first. I will adjust it to 1826.2. 1826.2. Should be putting in a big bounce here. Big bounce. That's interesting. Let me close this window since I'm so far away from the stop. Let's take a look at what's going on. Where's that line at? It's at 19. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look right. Or you could say that. Hold on a second. Let's take another look at this. Because we've got lines going 17, 18, but it's making such radical moves that it's making lines appear as well. 17, 18, and 19. But I don't think so. The reason why is because, look, it went the other way. See, look. What's the computer doing? It's going down, getting everybody to go short. Now it's just trying to fake people out down here to go short again, and it's going to rip it higher. That's what it should do. See, the move is down and then capitulation here at 17, 18, capitulation. It's just really bouncy though, and it's bouncing and making lines up here, which it doesn't normally do. But you can see that the move is to go back up again. How high it will go, I can't say, but it should rip higher, like, you know, like it really wants to move higher. May fake and then come back down again. That's why I need to just watch the code. I need to pause this video. I'll show you the outcome. It's ripping higher here. I'm going to apply the stop now. Stop is in place. Should rip higher into the key, hopefully. I'm going to pause the video in interest of time. I'll show you the outcome of this trade. It's almost to the exit here. Almost there. Should be able to make it, no problem. Just going to rip higher into the key. See? It's got 2 more minutes to go. Just going to go higher into that, most likely. Come on, just a little higher. It knows it's on camera, so it doesn't want to behave. Okay, 1 more minute to go. There we go. Point 2, want to jump on it here. 10 seconds to go. Shoot up one more time. Get up to 32, a little bit above. A little bit above, come on. Alright, taking it now. Okay. Short at point 1831.8. Now let's go take a look. You'll see it's perfect right into the minute. It doesn't get much better than that. You know, I could have caught it a little closer to the top, but it's okay. This is a special. It's good for $2, which is 20 ticks. At the same time, you know from the chart that this should hold right here, right? It should not go higher than 32.7. So if it did, you would want to either get out or reverse. The best thing for you to do if you're a beginner is just get out. Don't reverse. Just get out. Take the quick loss. And then analyze why it is you were wrong. And try to figure that out. Okay? And then, but when you get good and you can time you know the code and you can time the clock via what it's doing. When you get that good, experienced at this, you can start reversing on these and do really well. But just don't do it unless you're good, because reversing can get you out of control very, very quickly. and you'll just keep going the wrong way and just be faked out each time. So unless you're really good, don't bother. You see how it's going up into 252? That's the same thing that it's been doing. Remember before it was 18 and then 22. This one is 48 and 22, although this one moved into 50. This one should hold here. This should be the high until it comes down or some. I don't know how far it'll come down, but should go down enough for us to get a break-even stop on this thing and not lose on the trade. Preparing to adjust stop now. Stop will be adjusted to 1831.7. 1831.7. 1831.7. Okay, let's bring up the clock again. You can see what it's doing. See, remember at 54 minutes it likes to move up into 54? Remember that? That's exactly what it's doing now. Oh, I can't change this. I can't move the chart because I've got the order to go to adjust the stop. If I can get it to drop here, I'll go ahead and adjust it. Okay, here's 54, you see? Moving up a little bit into 54. It's just the same thing. It's just hopping out up here, and then it's going to drop down. At least some. Put a break-even stop on this thing. A little bit further down. Preparing to adjust stop. 1831.7 is where it's going to go. Come down a little bit more. Adjusting stop. $54. See, it might move up right into 54, 56. Okay, adjusting stop now. Stop is in place. Let's take a look at the time. Here's 55. See, it might pop back up into 55. That's what I was worried about. Or actually, you see this bottom down here? It looks like it's bottoming down here into the 55, 56, which would mean it's going to go back up again. But we got a protective stop on it. We can't lose. And this thing, could still stretch out and go down lower to the exit. You don't want to give up on these trades. Once you take an entry, try to get your exit. In the interest of time, I'm pausing the video. Okay, it's shooting down here. I'm preparing to adjust the stop. The stop is going to be at 1831.7. 1831.7. Not yet. What's the time? 52 after. Okay, I'm pausing the video. Pausing the video for a moment. Okay, it is moving down here. I am adjusting the stop now. Stop is at 1831.7. No longer can lose on the trade. It's coming down, and remember how it reverses from 54 to 56? It's coming down into that area right now, so hopefully it'll hit the exit before it reverses. I'm at 1829.8, which puts me a little bit below where it's previously gone. So it's got to go a little bit lower. But I can't lose on the trade. I'm coming up on the reversal period. Hopefully it's going to make it. If not, then I'll just break even again. I don't usually break even this many times, but it's slow and it's in a tight range, and it's not, stretching out that much, hitting the exit that much. But I still play it the same way because this way works. Just a little bit to further explain this. I'm going to pause the video for a little while. Okay, I am back. It made a nice spike up to roughly 34. It is going higher. I sent out a signal to everyone to short at 30. They are now able to short even higher. It is, I sent it out early, but that's okay because now everybody's going to get in even at a higher price, which is better. And the mathematical chances of it going up to the 50 stop are not good. And if it does, I will reshort it. Oh, we're getting a really big move here. That's very good. Everybody's going to get a chance to get in much higher. The stop is up at 80. This is looks like to me a top, a big top right now. It's obeying the code perfectly. I sent it out a little early. I didn't realize it would spike this high, but I sent it out a little bit early, anticipating that it would spike higher, so that everybody could have a chance to get in and get in at a high price. We're almost at a reversal period, so it's likely to reverse, and it looks like this is an hour early. We're next out to see for yourself what the code is. And I'm going to further demonstrate this tomorrow morning during the USA session, and continue to teach you the code and teach you the tips and tricks for this, and expose this for what it is, and allow you to make your money while you can from the computer code for the oil market. So I'll be back in a little bit to further explain this. Beginning recording again. It is still Sunday night. Do you see how it just bounced right there, going back up? It's obeying the code perfectly, and what it's going to do now is it's going to most likely continue down, although it may continue to bounce into the next reversal, but most likely it'll continue down. But either way, it doesn't really matter. It's going to come down according to the code, and I will continue to explain that. I'm just waiting for it to reveal itself further. Now it's going up right there. It's doing exactly what it should be doing. And I will be back shortly to further talk about it. Just wanted to start this video up again really quick. The time is 12:11 Pacific Standard Time, and according to the code, this will now come down. You can see the 10-minute chart here, and the code says that this will now come down, and it looks perfect for a crash to come down to make the 200 penny exit. I know, should be relatively easy to make. No telling how high it'll bounce from there. Here comes my exit. There's my exit right there. You can see the 10. 6 more cents to go. And it still hasn't capitulated yet. So it should be able to make that exit no problem. But even if it doesn't do it right now, like I said, it'll do it soon enough. Just have to know the code and know that you can get your 200 pennies from what happened last night, which I explained was a very special trade. And 200 pennies is actually a very conservative amount to go for. I could easily go for 300 pennies and get it. But I just take 200 pennies off the table. Not good enough. Here we go. One more penny. Boom. I'm out. At top of the hour, it made its move all the way up. That is a reversal.
that's an indicator that it's going to reverse. It came down, and at 10:10, okay, through 10:15, it made a temporary reversal. In other words, it was going down, so it temporarily reversed back up again. Then, after that period would be over, which is coming up here, it just does it for a few minutes, it's going to continue its move back down, where it will make another reversal at 10:30. And what we want to see is this thing to come down to 42, to squeeze into 42 for our exit during that period of time, which it would likely then move back up again and then come back down again, because this was the tip top. The tip top on the 10-minute chart, beautiful line indicating a capitulation and a top. And this thing should actually come down quite a bit. How far down? It's hard to say. It should come down to at least 80. And I've got to exit at 80.42 just to take a nice profit off the table and to not have to wait too long for it to happen, which should happen fairly soon. But if I wanted to, I could go for a big trade on this one, because that was a big top and a big capitulation. I could go for at least 50 cents, even $1, and have a high chance of getting it. But I'm just going for, what, 44 cents to cover the loss that I took and to come out with a nice profit. If I had gotten the top up here, I got 86 on the second entry. If I had gotten the top up there the first time, dives down, I could get out. Manually just trade out. Or, here's 10:30, looking for it to make a move now. It hasn't been making big moves this morning at the half-hour mark. Only at the top of the hour mark has it been doing that. But after that big trade, and we were in a trend for quite a while, it may still make one. Okay, short entry here. Okay, we're doing it at the right time. 7:01. Should be the right time. 55. Be a stop. 20 cents. Just taking a short entry here at the top of the hour. As you can see, we can zoom in on this. You can see it came right at the top of the hour. You see that? So that's following the code and just taking a short entry at the top of the hour. It was also at the top of the chart as well, on the 1 minute, and also on the 10 minute, as you can see, at the top of the chart. So that's always a good place to go ahead and take an entry, right when the code tells you to, right when the chart is out at a top area or a bottom area. That's always a great place. What I'm going to do is I forgot to set up a bracket order. I just started trading this morning. Basically just woke up from last night. And as it goes down, let's say 10 cents, I'm just going to trade out and take the profit. Just a quick little trade. Just a nice quick little trade, real fast. Show how you can take an entry and make a quick little profit. 35, get down to like 25, and just get out. Right there. Right there at 8:30, and went to 23. Right at the 8:30 mark. You see that? Now we just have to wait for a few minutes and wait for this to come down. That's all there is to it. Not really much to it. And so I'm going to pause this video. Well, maybe I'll let it go. I'll let it go, and we'll see how this trade goes, so I can show you how to execute this trade here. Let's take the 10-minute chart out of the way. Pull up the 1-minute chart. You see my exit's at 97. I'm going to change that exit to something above So instead of 97, let's put it at 8103, just to get it above there. 8103, and as soon as it starts coming down, we'll change the stop as well to break even, or well, 1 penny ahead. Okay, it's about to hit here. Changing the stop now from 37 to 16. So now my stop is there, just in case it does come back up. I won't lose on the trade. Okay. On opportunities, get yourself back out. If you're taking a loss, take it the smallest loss you possibly can. Get yourself right back in again if it looks like it's turning and it's going to go back up again. Buy dips, sell spikes, use your scanners, find good opportunities. This scanner will find you good opportunities all day long. If you've only can trade for the first half an hour in the morning, I'm going to show you a way to use these scanners to buy, like, let's say 2, 3, 4 stocks, put $500 in each one, and do really super well every day, every week, and do really super well with that strategy. If you could only be in the market for the last half an hour of the market, I'm going to show you later in the gapping video, which will be the 6th video, how to watch these scanners, see which stocks have broken out over here, and pull them up, check the news, come up here, get ready to gap them in the last minute of the market being open, and make great money gapping. I mean, this is so easy. It really is. It's so easy. What's so hard is to deal with it mentally. That's the hardest part about this, dealing with all this mentally. You shoulda, you woulda, you coulda. I mean, it'll kill you. You'll beat yourself up over and over and over again. Just forget about shoulda, woulda, coulda. Just do. Be agile. Get yourself in, get yourself back out. Don't take big losses, take small losses. Get yourself in stocks that have a possibility of going higher, a good possibility. Got a reason to move, got news out there. And then sell the spikes. Buy back the dips. Goes lower, sell right back out. Take a loss. I mean, you just do that over and over again, and you're going to make lots of mistakes. In other words, you're going to buy that dip, it's going to go lower, you're going to take a loss. But if you keep it to a minimum, your gains will be much more than your losses. I mean, just look at my record. Look how many losses I take. I mean, if you just looked at it from losses, you'd be like, well, that guy gets killed trading. No, because I take bigger wins than I do losses. Just look at my record. I take bigger wins than I do losses. That's it. That's the secret. That's all you got to do. There's nothing to it. I mean, it's just so simple. So I am going to pause this video for a little while. I'd like to actually, I take that back. I really want to trade this stock right now, WITM. I think it's and I really want to focus in on it, concentrate on it. So I'm going to conclude this video, learning to trade. I've taught you a lot in this video, and let's not make trading harder than it is. It's really not that hard. It's more of a mental game than anything else. You got to use the proper tools. You gotta watch for the look at CAR. Remember I was telling you this before? Who's on the bid right now? CAR, and CAR is half a penny away from HOD. HOD is 53. Here's HOD. Let's get Qualcomm out of the way. Can't make any money on that stock. You can make a lot of money on this stock though. I mean, this thing's up 23%. There is a relatively decent chance that this stock, is going to go up 40% today, in the day 40%, then gap up another 10%, and I could make a nice 20% profit on this stock. I mean, you put, let's say, let's just say I just put $2,000 into this stock, and I can make 20% profit. That's $400. That's not bad. Nice $400 day. If I put $3,000, obviously I can make even more. Make $600. Have a $600 day. I mean, happens all the time. All you got to do is just know how to play these stocks. Find them with your scanners. Watch for market makers. This doesn't happen all that often, but it happens often enough that you can find a stock like this. I mean, I've found quite a few so far this year, and I mean, I probably find one a week, at least one a week, if not two a week, like this. You know, I'm not saying this one's going to be a gem, but I'm saying this one could be a gem. It could go up a lot. This thing could really run. So, but you just have to watch it. So anyway, don't make trading harder than it is. I'm telling you right now, everybody always makes the one mistake. They buy a stock and they hold it going down. That's it. They make that one mistake. If you don't make that one mistake, you can get yourself into these opportunities, find these stocks with your scanners, buy these stocks, and get yourself into some good winners. Always make sure to check the news. It's very, very important. Always do that. And you can be so successful at trading. So successful. So I'm going to conclude this video. Hi, welcome to the 6th video. This video will be on gapping. Well, our first question is how to find a good gapper. Before I answer that, let me go ahead and talk about gapping for a second. You know, gapping is probably one of the very best strategies there is in the whole entire stock market for playing the stock market. I mean, it's just a really high percentage way to play the stock market. It's a really simple way to play the stock market. It's a way you don't have to have a day trading account, because when you gap, you're not day trading. You're buying at the end of the day on one day and then selling the next morning. So that's not a day trade. Gapping is so easy to do. Gapping doesn't take hardly any time. Let's say if you're going to do this yourself, which what I'm going to show you how to do right now. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. If you're going to do this yourself, you probably need about 35 minutes a day. 30 minutes to find the gapper and wait for the end of the day. And you can probably even do it on less time, like 20 minutes really. And also you just need a few minutes in the morning, say 5 minutes. A lot of times you'll sell right away, but maybe you need 5-10 minutes to let it go higher and higher. But for the most part, you just need about 35 minutes, even less. And you can gap every day. Every day there's worth something to gap, that you can find something to gap. But when you do find something, it's a very high percentage trade. The only thing that you really need to watch out for and get down would be A, to pick the right gapper, and B, to make sure you get out in the morning. I mean, you want to be a good seller. You want to have your selling down pat when you gap. Because if you're not a good seller, you can really get yourself into trouble. You'll miss your sells. You'll try to sell here at 109, and it'll be going out too quickly. And then you'll miss the 108 because it went too fast. And you'll be all the way down at 106. Then you'll hesitate and wonder if you should sell. And then by the time you realize it, it's down even further. So you really want to be a good seller when you gap. The better you are at selling, the better you're going to be able to get gapping. Because finding the right gappers is not hard at all. But as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you how simple it is. Now, you should have already learned a lot already from the previous videos. But let me just show you how to apply it towards gapping. Right now, the time is 2:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we are 6 minutes away from the end of the hour. Now, you really don't need to be too concerned right now with gap. I mean, if you've already got some stocks that you know have done really well, you should have them on watch to see how they're going to close. But let's just pretend for a minute here that it's the last half an hour. Here we are with our mover scan and our breakout scan. And hopefully these will become a little more active. See, in the last half an hour, they would be much more active. All of a sudden, your mover scan would come to life. Here we got something up 7%. Not much volume though. That one's up 3%. Let's see what's broken out here. Up 3%. Basically, getting not much there, because what it is right now, we're still in the dipping hour. And stocks are slow during this period of time. They'll start to get faster in the last hour, and especially the last half an hour. So the last half an hour is all you really need. Just come in here, open up your scanners. It's the last 30 minutes. Your scanners will become very active. Look for your movers. Those might be just starting out that just got news a little bit in the afternoon. Look for your breakouts. See how high they are. What you're looking for is a stock that's got, ideally, something nice. It's got a real nice chart. It's making higher highs. This is day one of its run. For instance, if you go back to a chart and look over at Yahoo, you don't see that the stock has moved up for the last 3 days in a row. Like this stock has moved up the last 3 days in a row, and this is actually the fourth day. So technically, from a trader's standpoint, this stock is now very weak. It should dip down. And, it started off, around 60 or around 40 or so. So it should come back down quite a bit. Let's say to, over the next, well, it just depends. But, most likely over the next 2 months, it'll come back down to around 60 again. But you never know. These stocks that get news with China, you never know what they're going to do. This stock seems to run pretty darn easy, but I've seen lots of stranger things happen. Let's put it that way. So, what we're really looking for is to have our scanners find us stocks, and then over a period of 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes, you're going to just pull up stocks off the scanners. You're going to go check the stock, make sure it's got a good chart. Make sure it's up nice. Make sure it's got volume and it looks active. You don't just want it to be totally dead. You sit there and you watch it in the last 15 minutes of trade, and for 5 minutes it doesn't even make a trade. No, that's not a good stock. You want something that's active. You want something that closes strong, not closes weak and going down, but closes strong. It really, there's going to be day traders at the end of the day who are going to exit no matter what. And that's like clockwork. So let them exit. Don't think that the stock is weak just because they're exiting. But generally speaking, you just want it to be as strong as possible. You want it to have some news, a reason for moving up. You want today to be day number 1, not day number 3 or day number 4 like this one. You want the stock to have volume for the day, nice volume. Volume is subjective and relative, basically. With experience, you'll get that down. But it's possible to gap a really super good stock that doesn't have a lot of volume. It just depends. Did it just get news 20 minutes ago, and it's only been trading for 20 minutes with that news, and it's gone sideways all day long, but then at the very end of the day it's gone straight up in the last 15 minutes because of the news, but overall it doesn't have that much volume? Well, that still could be a very good gapper because the news came late. But if the news came this morning before the market opened, you want to have some nice volume and you want to close strong. You want to have something pushing it. But just because a stock doesn't have something pushing it like news, doesn't mean it's not a good gapper. Let money speak for itself. Money will say whether this thing, not just money, but circumstances will say whether this thing is going higher or not. Whether it closes strong. That'll suggest it going higher. And when other people see it tonight, first of all, what does it mean if a stock closes strong? Well, it means a lot of things. First of all, it means that the stock is having an easy time going up. Right? There's not some big seller holding it back. It means that people are buying it. There's more buyers than sellers. The buyers are outweighing the sellers. So there's more demand than there is current supply because it's going up. It's got volume, so it means it's got attention. When a stock closes strong, it means a lot of different things. So use that. Use that to just tell you whether this thing's going to gap or not. Because when other people see it later on tonight when the market closes and they see the stock went up 60% and it closed basically at its HOD, a lot of volume, they see that technically as a stock in their system that they use, or just, somebody told them that this thing's going to go higher. And, I gapped this stock a couple days ago at 63 cents. I sold it at 66 cents, made $210 off of this stock. I was happy. But people who were playing another system and saw that this stock was going to go higher, or took that bet, well, they did well, didn't they? But, I had a few things going against me. First of all, I don't play that system, and second of all, I was really busy doing the videos and with trading, so actually I wasn't trading so much. I mean, I probably could have caught this stock better and made more money from it, but I was really busy with these videos trying to get them done. Okay, the time is 3:02 right now, and what we want to do is find a stock to gap. Let's just go take a look at TQ.